Rizwan, I guess you are mute.
Hello, everyone. Uh, so, thank you for joining us today in our webinar, one of the series of the webinar that we are going to present today. So, today we'll be talking about the building a resilient remote workforce. So, I'll start with my introduction. So, I've been working with the tech and IT companies since last 15 years. And with me is Imran. So Imran is our head of talent and business growth. So he has a similar kind of experience, and he's been in with the industry since last more than 15 years. So today we'll be navigating you through the challenges, the dynamics of the remote workforce. So, as we know that in today's evolving landscape, building a resilient remote workforce is a for long-term success is a very big challenge. So it's not only about enabling the remote workforce, but also we have to ensure that the teams remain engaged, they are adaptable, they are productive, and they are navigating through the challenges, communication gaps, burnouts, and shifting priorities. Uh, as we know that global outsource market or offshore development market is on the rise, and we'll talk about that in our webinar as well. So, uh, if we say that there is almost if we go with the offshore development model, then we can make our product time to market reduce the time to market by 50 to 30 to 50%. So we'll be talking about the ways, the challenges that come across when we talk about the remote teams, remote workforce, or offshore teams. So let's begin with our discussion. So I'd like Imran to start with the word remote workforce, how it got into the limelight. So Imran, please.
Yeah, thank you, Rizwan, for the introduction as well, and thanks everyone for joining in. So, yeah, I guess a remote workforce, working offshore with global organizations is something that is not very new. Obviously, like even we at Bitsol, we have been working since 2015. It's been 9 years already. But I guess I would love to give some credit to COVID for making this a lot more normal for everyone globally. Because I still remember the day when out of nowhere we came to office. We were working remotely, working in office normally. So out of nowhere, we just heard some headlines that we are going remote from tomorrow. So that was actually kind of quite a shocking news for everyone across the organization, because like we were already working remotely with many organizations globally, even long before that as well. But adopting that on an organizational level and taking all the operational thing, uh, all the routine operations, meetings, everything, trainings, each and everything remotely, just on a notice of a day. So that was quite a shocking, quite a surprising thing, which is, I guess, same for everyone globally in their own respective time zones. So that was, I guess, a turning point from which onwards everyone adapted to that and started embracing that gradually, and became a lot more immune to that normal way of working. And once after that, I guess all those challenges that maybe small teams individually were already facing, but from that point onwards, all those challenges became normal. Every one of us were facing all those challenges, and I would love to highlight a couple of those challenges and how we at Bitsol came across them and found a solution to those challenges. Like, resourcing was one of the key factor that from that point onward became a lot more highlighted, because why organization or different organizations globally opt towards getting offshore teams is that one of the main reason is resourcing, because obviously it happens a lot more common towards startups, because they have a lot more less time frame of making those changes, and obviously with the limited funds they can not always hire all those resources that they need on a very short duration of time. I remember a use case of Nova based in UK. So it was one of the leading startup consultants based in UK. So they had their business model working around the startups. So they had been facing this challenge of resourcing quite often, that even on a notice of just a couple of days they used to get a resourcing need that we are in taking a new startup as a tech partner, and we need some resources, maybe across some native iOS resources, native Android resources, some machine learning resources, Ruby on Rail resources. So all those resources naturally cannot be uh, hired on just a notice of couple of days. So that's where organizations like Bitsol came into action. So I remember we worked with them for quite a long duration, and whenever there was such a case of resourcing shortage with them, so they say they just used to reach out to us that we need these resources and we need to start immediately. So we, since we were already working quite before that, and we were quite immune trained and accepted, we have already accepted that way of working. So we used to be on the toes, always ready. We have our resources aligned with all their upcoming needs. So that was quite a good experience with one of the experience working and providing the offshore workforces to an organization that was already working with lots of startups globally, and why we were unique in that and how we were able to serve all those resources, all those domains on a very short duration of time was that we had our learning and development department up and running and focusing on upskilling our resources. Like we had our skill matrices aligned. We knew which resources we have. We knew which resources were on the bench. What is the time duration that they are partially free. So we were already always training them towards new upcoming resources through our in-house trainings, through our, like we had some agreements, some MOUs with Pluralsight, Udemy, platforms like these. So all those frameworks helped us a lot to keep our workforce upskilled at any given point. So there was hardly any time when we got any request of any resources on a very short duration of time, and we were not able to fulfill that. I guess there was hardly one of the chance when we were fully occupied with all of our resources outsourced. So upskilling all those resources continuously, making them available, and obviously it's not only about the technical skills, it's also about all those factors that come into highlight. uh, for instance, communication skills, professional skills. Obviously professional skills, communication skills is not something very new to anyone, but while working remotely with offshore teams in different cultural environments across different continents, across different countries, is a lot more different, because when you're working remotely you need to be there, you need to be transparent, you need to be regular, you need to be informing, you need to be actively proactively communicating. So all these factors we have been taking care of, and I guess we have been quite successful. We have been working with lots of known global organizations, and without any uh, like without any gap, without any problem, without any issues, we have been working with them just as their own teams sitting in their own offices. So it's there hasn't been any uh, even a feel of someone not working with them on as an on-site team. So Briswan, if you would like to add some more challenges, because obviously you are working quite closely and directly with the teams and dealing with the clients on day-to-day basis. So I'm sure you would have a long list of all those issues that we came across on the daily basis.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you so much, Imran. So, I would definitely agree with the points that you've raised, and there are few other aspects that are often concerns from the firms or the people that engage with the augmentation or with the remote workforce, I would say. The key aspect or the key concern of everyone who's engaging a remote team is the productivity of the team itself and productivity of the individual resources that are engaged. So uh, it is one of the serious challenges because there have been news where many people are exploiting work from home, or many firms who are engaged in this business model, are not delivering the expected results. So we need to be very careful uh, that how we are going to engage the augmentation model, and what are the firms that we are going to engage with, and how those firms take care of these challenges, and how they have mitigated the risks through proper trainings and proper frameworks. So the very first thing is that how do we measure the productivity of the resource? That is the primary concern. If somebody is engaging a team or somebody is paying for resource, let's say they've engaged a team for a couple of months or maybe a year, that depends on the business. So what are the challenges that they're looking for, so, and how to tackle? So if we talk about productivity, there are lots of things that comes into mind, that if, if a person or a team member who is working on our product is actually working, how they are working, what they are working on, what tools are they using. So uh, at here at Bitsol, there are lots of tools and lots of techniques that we're using to make sure that our clients or our partners remain satisfied. So we make them clear visibility, and in order to measure productivity, we use lots of tools, just like Clockify, right project management tools. Uh, we use right communication tools for the time tracking. We provide a detailed report of what a developer has been doing, and we are a cloud first company. So what we do is everything. There is no offline document or things that we create. So everything is in cloud first. Like we used one of the you can say a leading workspace tools, Google Workspace. So everything is in cloud first. So this gives a sigh of relief to our clients that everything is there, and they can collaborate. They can use many other tools like Google Meet, Google Tasks, to see that what has been assigned to whom, and when they're going to deliver that. And another aspect is that communication. So we have trained our employees, people that work with the companies in the resource augmentation model, in such a way that they know that communication is a lifeline. If we break this channel, we cannot survive without that. So uh, if we talk about stand-ups, project meetings, retrospective meetings, asynchronous communication over Slack or Microsoft Teams, and these are the tools that we use mostly. So these are the key things that actually give a visibility or provide visibility to the people who are engaging remote teams. So with this visibility, everyone can measure the productivity. There are tools, project management tools like Jira, ClickUp, Shortcut, and many other tools, from where we can see that what the teams are doing. Uh, we use collaboration tools, code repositories like GitHub, GitLab. So I mean, these are the tools where we can, by using them, we can see that how teams are doing, and we feel like that they're working with us in a real time, because There are no gaps. There are no communication gaps, and uh, the transparency is there. So with this, we can say that uh, even the product team, the core business team of or for our clients, and the resources that are working with the team are properly aligned. So uh, I think one of this is one of the key areas that gets, you can say, ignored. So in order to maintain the transparency, in order to maintain the productivity of the teams, we have to use the proper tools. We have to train our teams uh, with the like give them a hands-on experience on these tools, and then when they are ready, uh, we have to make them available to our partners. So. Uh, Over the time, the approach has evolved. So if we are in now 2024, and I would say that the remote workforce or the offshore teams have evolved a lot. Like we have learned from experiences, we have faced challenges. Uh, we have faced lots of communication challenges throughout the past like a decade, you can say. And from these lessons learned, we are now training our team. We are making them ready in such a way that our clients or our partners do not face the same challenges again and again. So the resources are there, the communication is there, and all of the you can say ingredients are there, and we just need the right chef. So um, these are the some of the risks that I wanted to highlight. So now, if we talk specifically about what we do or at Bitsol, or how we groom our engineers to become the perfect extension for our client's team, is the number one thing is that because there is a whole ecosystem that we are working with. So there are multiple people, like there are project managers, there are technical people, there are software engineers, quality assurance engineers, there are product engineers. So all of these people uh, gel around, and there are, you can say, when they work in a team, there is no problem that they cannot solve. So they collaborate. Even uh, the most important thing working with the tech partner is that if you are augmenting a team, they're not alone. There are like 100, 200, or the size of the company is the people with them. If there is any issue that or any blocker that the team is facing, then there must be other people in the same room, in the same floor, that can solve the problem, and the team extension is not a big deal. So we train our experts in such a way that they have proper domain knowledge, proper technical expertise, and proper training. So, Imran, if you'd like to please add something, you're most welcome.
Yeah, you talked about all the tools, all the methodologies that we use on day-to-day basis. I would like to highlight the non-tech part of it as well, which is, I guess, in some cases, is a lot more important than the tech part. For instance, your professional communication, because obviously not everyone is immune or expert in working remotely with the workforce that is sitting across the other part of the world in different time zone, in different environment altogether. So we upskill, we keep on training our employees equally on the non-tech side as well. Like for instance, how to be following all those agile ceremonies, when to speak, when not to speak, how to present yourself, how to listen to the questions, how to participate actively, how to be on the point without losing the context, without losing the track. So all these things, even obviously some of you might be thinking that this is something that everyone knows, but I would say not everyone knows the ins and out of all these things into the details. So we keep on focusing on all the non-tech side as well. And another example just came into my mind. That was, I guess, it was 5 years back, I guess, in 2019 maybe. I was just leaving the office in the evening, and in just I was about to sit in my car. I got a call from a friend, an old friend of mine, who is the founder of DevTalk, Ali. uh, Anyone can search on the startup DevTalk. It's about an accessibility startup. So he just called me, seemed quite worried, and he just asked me that, Imran, there's an extreme emergency. If you can help me out, our application is no more live. It is crashing down, and we have an investor demo in just 2 days ahead. So if there is anything that you can do to take us out of this situation, and we need a very reliable and quick response team, if you can arrange in just a matter of couple of hours. So obviously, when someone is talking about the quality, it's been over a decade now. Whenever someone talks to me about the quality, not because I'm part of Bitsol, I always no other team than Bitsol comes into my mind, specifically when anyone talks about the quality development. So I connected him with Javed, CEO of Bitsol, directly, and you might not believe, in just a matter of, I guess, 10 or 12 hours, the issues were sorted out. The application was up and running live in both Play Store and App Store, and he was so thankful. And he connected to me after that those investor demos, and he asked me that, Imran, we have already tried hiring some in-house resources, we have already tried outsourcing our development work, but none of those things is working with us. Why? Because he was one of those non-tech founders who is hardly known to all those tech processes, the technology itself, the tools, everything. So after that, we have been working with DevTalk. Even today, we are working with them as their tech partners, and they've grown a lot. Like, even today, they have grown up, and they have their offices across 5 countries now. They were also selected in Google for Startups program as well. So it feels quite a privilege to be part of a team that is helping global organization in such a firefighting situations, where all those factors, a founder or a CT member not having tech knowledge themselves, not struggling with the resources, struggling with managing the tech resources. So all the factors, when we are in a position with an experience of more than 10 years already, helping such startup founders and working with them and helping them grow globally already. So it's sometimes when we sit together and we discuss all those success stories, so it feels quite a privilege to be part of such team. And again, it's never the end. It's always learning always continues. So we keep on learning. uh, like, for instance, I guess it was a couple of weeks before, we get a query of some health tech founder struggling with an AI part of their startup. So we have our in-house AI team as well. Obviously, we have been working. Our core domain is health tech and ed tech, both AI driven alongside. So it's been, I guess, quite a coaster type of journey over the past 9 years already. But it's fun. It's fun, I would say, because you never know. You're going to office, and you never know. You get a query, you get a request from anywhere across the world. And since we are now, I can say we are quite comfortable. We are quite confident that whatever request, whatever query we get about any technology, nearly any technology. Obviously, it's not like we are a firm that can match every possible existing technology of the world, but most of them, I can surely say. So yeah, quite a fun, I would say. So I guess we are already near to the end of the time. So do we have any questions? I guess Feel free to ask any questions if we can help you live.
Sure. So, um, I would like to, Imran, highlight here that, of course, there are challenges that organization think, and most of them you rightly pointed out that there are some like situations in which you are in firefighting situation and you really need some team to help you out, and so the augmentation model or the outsourcing model is one of the best model that works in that way. You cannot hire immediately. You cannot extend your team in real time. So that's where the technology partner comes. So you partnership with the technology firms, and then there are trained resources which help you in a very better way than you think. So all of the challenges that we have highlighted, if there anything from our viewers that you'd like to ask, discuss, or you'd like to comment, please reach out to us. Uh, so Bitsol operates in the four global regions. We have our head office in uh, Dallas, USA, and San Jose, California. So we'd love to hear from you guys. If there anything that you'd like to ask, so you can add comments to our page. You can add comments to this webinar, and we'll definitely try to respond to you. You have seen our email, and you can reach out to us as well. So in the end, I would like to thank you, my partner and co-host, Mr. Imran, for taking out the time today, and we'll be able to see you in the next webinar. So see you then. Take care.
See you. Thank you everyone for joining in.